Hey everyone, welcome to another agricultural science class with Miss Ogun Kataiwo. And today we'll continue with our topic on fishery. We'll be discussing risk factors in water and fish farming, and fishing tools. Risk factors in water and fish farming. Number one, we're talking about the use of chemicals. When residues of chemicals used by farmers in farming activities, like spraying of herbicides, application of fertilizers, if all those chemicals are being washed by rainwater into a nearby river, stream, pond, that body of water will be contaminated and the lives of the fishes in such water body will be at risk. When these chemicals are accidentally discharged into body of water around, it can contaminate that water and also put the life of our fishes at risk. 2. Discharge of petroleum oil into water bodies. Accidental or deliberate discharge of petroleum oil into water bodies can be a major risk factor in marine ecosystem. When petroleum is accidentally discharged into nearby water, it can lead to what? Death of the entire fishes in the water, thereby disrupting the marine ecosystem. And we also talk about, remember we talked about the factors, we're talking about the risk factors in water and fish farming, which is the first one is what? Use of chemicals. The second one is discharge of petroleum into water bodies, which affect the lives of our fishes. So the third one is industrial effluent and sewage discharge. Industrial effluent and sewage discharge. Industrial effluent discharged from food processing plants, water mills, breweries, tanneries into small or large water bodies can pollute the fish environment and have negative impact on aquatic ecosystem. When these industrial effluents are being discharged accidentally into water bodies, it can affect our aquatic ecosystem. Then lastly, we talk about the domestic waste. What do we understand by domestic waste? Domestic waste are just these are human feces, the urine, are small washings, food processing or preparation and cleaning of utensils, all those waters. So when this wastewater resulting from domestic sewage that are in most cases channeled into water bodies, these can causes depletion of oxygen. Wastewater resulting from domestic sewage like human feces and urine, small washings, food processing or preparation and cleaning of utensils that are in most cases channeled into water bodies can cause depletion of ecosystem. And here you can see some pictures of our fishing tools. We have the boats, we have the bait, we have the hook, we have line, we have rod, we have sinkers, we have nets. Hook and line, that's the locally used fishing tools, the ancient ones. That is, it has been in existence for decades. We have the baits, we have sinkers. So let's discuss the fishing tools, hooks and lines. The hook and line is also a fish harvesting tool. It has a long wooden handle. A long line rope or twine, a float and a hook. The principle used in hook and line fishing is to offer the fish a bait, usually a small piece of fish or earthworm, fixed to the hook at the end of the line or rope. The fish, while trying to bite the bait, swallows the hook and thus get caught. When the fishes tried to bite the bait attached to the end of the hook, they swallow the hook, then get caught. Then we also have nets. These nets, we have the cast nets, we have the gill nets, seine net, the lift net, the scoop net, and also we have the clap net. When we talk about the scoop net, this is a small net which may be rectangular or cylindrical in shape. with the required or regulated mesh size. It has a wide mouth and a short, long wooden handle. After the pond have been drained, harvesting can be done with a scoop net. We also have a gill net. Gill nets, they are used to harvest or catch bigger fishes in a pond. Those leaving the smaller fishes until they attain bigger size. Gill nets are usually made of 2 to 3 centimeter